doesn't look that good out there.
Where are
Super
we?
sharky, man. We're surfing a mushy right point break right into a river mouth in the Transkei. Are these guys tripping right now? Like, it doesn't even look that good. There's a, that one's pretty good though.
We were in really sharky territory, and everyone, when we first went out there, was just like, didn't want to go out too deep and was staying in the shallows or being really close to the reef. So everyone was pretty scared because it is a notorious like sharky zone. You know, the whole Transkei is.
It's a little sharky though. I sort of went around and stood on the point and just got the creeps. So I'm just going to watch for a bit and see what happens, and then maybe I'll paddle out.
But we were also with another local surfer that was sort of around at that time, and he pulled up and he's just jumped straight in his wetsuit. There's nobody out, and I'm like, dude, this guy's not scared. I'm not scared.
Like, sure enough, Pat's like, I'm out there.
And ended up scoring a perfect point break that we found out later is a shark-infested nightmare.
As the session went on, the waves got better and everyone loosened up. We were surfing a fun little right point break and we were just like in heaven. We were having a ball.
I mean, I remember seeing like shadows under the water, and I was like, oh, I thought it was a shark, and it was just the sun reflecting off the sand or something, but it was really sharky.
It was like what I would have imagined parts of Australia, like Byron Bay and stuff, to be like 60 years ago.
You know, at that point of the day, I really started to appreciate where I was, because I've been to South Africa, 12 times, 15 times, and that's the first time where I really was like, wow, this is Africa. This is a different part of Africa than I've ever seen. I just wanna break free and start again. I just wanna break free and start again. I just wanna break free and start again.
I was a little bit scared out there, for sure. This wave's not worth it though. It's so mushy and crappy. The worst backside. These guys are making it look so easy frontside.
To get wet just before the long drive. But yeah, it was kind of freaky. I kept looking around, like I wasn't sort of relaxed, so I just got a couple and came in. The boys are going off though, Pat doing some airs finally, surfing like he was on tour. Now he's starting to have fun. The Wild Coast. Never been here before, and if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. The highlight of that session for me was when I came in and I was walking back around and I saw these group of locals, and it was just incredible. They were like, probably one was 9, one was 10, and these little kids playing on the beach. And I asked them, I said, you want to surf? And I think they only spoke Afrikaans, so they didn't really understand what I was saying. And I said, you know, look, the surfboard, do you want to try? And the one kid said, yeah, you know, I think he said, yeah. I don't know how to say yeah in Afrikaans, but
There's a couple of little kids hanging there, and Donnie said, come on. He taught them how to surf. And this one kid, he had the freakiest way of surfing. Like, he would stand up on the board and Donnie would just push him in and he'd go. Like, he had amazing balance already.
it was incredible because I told him, I said, look, you need to stand on the board and hold my head, and I'll hold you up and I'll push you in. And I don't think he understood one word that I said. And he stood up and I pushed him in, and he looked back and he rode the wave all the way to the beach.
The kids were just stoked, man. They just like started running down and by, you know, like 3 or 4, and then another 3 or 4. They were just so stoked, man. I'm sure they'd never ridden a wave in their life.
For me, it was such a great thing because after I saw him catch that wave and he was with his brothers and all his friends, and I'm like, I got to give him that board. You know, like, he's never probably owned a surfboard in his life, and like, just to see the reaction he had on his face and him smiling, and I was like, if anybody's going to enjoy that surfboard, you know, more than I would, it's going to be that kid.
Going surfing?
The gift of surfing. There's no better gift.
I think Donnie got such a buzz out of it, he gave him his brand new board.
The kid's going to be ripping. Like, we'll come back there whenever. If we ever get the chance, we'll come back there and this kid will be ripping on that.
We'll probably go back there in a couple of years and he'll be ripping it up on the outside.
We'll come back and those guys will be out of the point, just airs.
Right away. He didn't really, his friend had to translate for him. I'd be like, have you surfed before? And the guy'd be like, I'd be like,